Ha!
Oh my God. Chise. You know what I'm saying? Season 2. First of all, before we get to that, I'm alive. I'm alive. Season 2, Ancient Magnus Bride. Let me first off and say this. This is, I'm pretty sure I said this before about a show. This is one of the worst shows, but best shows I've ever seen in my life. Now, I watched all the little movies, sub-series, 3 episodes here with some boy with the white hair and then riding a little, a little horse, you know what I'm saying? A night horde. Then little episode, 3 episodes here. She was like in a library, El Biblioteca, you know what I'm saying? Going crazy. But I was finishing up that AOT. What else was I watching? I remember I watched Demon Slayer since then. I was finishing up something else. Jujutsu Kaisen. I was finishing that up. And I said, wait a minute. Did they drop more Ancient Magnus Bride? And I checked. 24 episodes.
Gosh golly, gee williker, zimmity jippity doo, Batman.
So I grabbed my hard hat, my working pail, and I got to work. Let me go ahead. We're going straight into the spoilers, everything. Look, I already gave my thoughts about the overall series. Let me go ahead. I cried. The second to last episode of the season, I cried. And I cried involuntarily. It happened subconsciously. I was over here watching when Philomena, I'm just going to call her P for this. I'm going to call her P. I'm going to call her Philo. When Philo was over here, like, just reminiscing on everything. On one side here saying she's not enough. The other side, she's saying friends saying you are enough. And then she finally said the magic words. Chise, Ascate, help me. Oh my God, I lost it. I was watching that, and then just a tear, it was a stream. It was on the left side, I remember vividly. It was just streaming down. I just said, wow. So let me go back. Season 2 did a great job of repeating the same message, but it needed to do that because it submersed you into Philo's world. You know what I'm saying? Like when we first met all the houses and the different kids from the different houses and all that, you knew there was something off of Philo because she was walking around, sulking around, didn't really have much of a voice. She got caught peeping multiple times and all that, and it was just like, what's up with this girl? So when they said the book was missing all that, they had a little white hair, I think it was like a spider web thing or something going on, I automatically knew she had something to do with it. I didn't know she took it, but I knew she had something to do with it. This anime did such a good job this season on just building on it. Because, at first, it's kind of like, okay, we get it. Her childhood sucked. She was told she wasn't good enough. Jesus. You start thinking that in the beginning, like, okay, can we move on? Can we talk about something else? And, as it just kept going and going and going, it just submersed you into that mind state. Now, let me go back a little bit further. My childhood was nothing like that. I was outside playing. Both parents loved me. I was happy. I was a happy kid. I was always outside.
Whee! Whee! Whee!
But me watching this, I was able to connect to someone who did not experience that, who experienced the neglect, not being told you're not good enough, always getting hit and abused mentally, abused physically, You know what I'm saying? Always trying to seek that approval of somebody. Not having a voice. It was many times I was just like, Philo, speak up. Speak up. But you have to put yourself in her mind. And it's just like, how can you speak up? Isaac said it best. Isaac, the man who's good with his hands and stuff. He said it best. He was like, it's easy for you to shout because you went all your life doing that. I forgot, what's that boy's name? Man, I forgot that boy's name. It was that blonde-haired kid. I think it started with an R. I don't remember, but he had beef with Philo a little bit, but he likes her and all that, whatever. But he was like, look, it's easy for you to do that. She never had an opportunity to do that. She lost her voice. Powerful. This season was powerful. And before I get more into that, let me go back and say this. If Elias does not get with Chise at the end of all the seasons, if somehow, some way, they become separated, she get with somebody else, I'm rioting. I am getting the first class. I said first class. Oh my God. I'm getting the first class ticket to Japan. And the developers, the production artists, they going to have to see me. I'm knocking somebody out.
なんて新鮮なインスピレー
I'm knocking somebody out. Simple. Anyways, I just had to say that part because I'm seeing signs of, wait a minute. Are they not going to be together at the end? Because it was like, well, he was figuring out what relationships meant and all that. And it was just kind of like, I was like, are they not going to be husband and wife at the end of this? Because that would be a shame. If they ended up, this would be the most ultimate friend zone in the history of friend zones. If he did all this and she said, I'm going with homeboy over here or homegirl over here, we in 2024, I don't know which way she going to go. That would be a travesty. That would be a travesty. But no. This season was good. I love Lily. You know, how aggressive that girl, this season did a great job of introducing characters, building up on each individual character, but still focusing on Philo, which I loved about it. It was like a mutual focus on everybody. It was like of course you had Chise. It was less Chise, right? But she was in every scene. But it was on each individual, you got to see them grow in a different way. You got to feel them actually buy into the friendship, buy into the school, do better in their classes and all that. It was great. When you go back, if you go back and look at episode 2, episode 3, episode 4, and now look at the end of the season, you're like, wait a minute. All they friends. That's crazy. Everybody else was staying offish in the beginning and everything. I mean, we saw the redhead twins, that more of their story and all that. And they had cross dressers and I was like, dude, this was a crazy, and the animation of this show is so beautiful. I said this in my season 1 review. It's so beautiful. The way they do the landscapes and all that, the animation is beautiful. One thing I do hate about the animation is when they running or something, or it's just a bunch of, they do a lot good, but the bad does show out like a sore thumb, like a thorn or something. You're just like, why did they just put that scene in there? Why are they running? That's just crazy. I enjoyed it. I love the nugget at the end about, Bridget said, no, I think Lisa Sargent was the grandmama. Whatever the girl that Philo be following around and stuff, now, her family's involved and it's getting ugly. You know what I'm saying? All this is getting ugly. It's getting muddy. It's going crazy. Now, this is probably the last thing I speak about right here. This is a little quick review, raw reaction. I'm still trying to figure out the significance of Carphelius. Why is he just asleep? I'm confused on why he just, he's a recover? What are they waiting on with him? Why is he just stuck in the bottom of the well? And I watched season 1. I remember I remember like how we got here, but I forgot like the purpose of it. Like, wait, why is he just down there like recovering? Why are they not diving more into this left arm of chise that's black, that obviously has a mind of its own? It's just like they really are prolonging like her beast mode. It's like, look, we know chise is the one. She's the chosen one. She's the slave baby. Why are we delaying this? Like, y'all might as well unleash her or kill her. Simple. Because clearly she got something up her back, up her sleeve. It was wild. The teachers are kind of sus, the instructors and all that. Food was on point. Bro, they had like a limited cafeteria. I would have been in that thing grubbing. I would have been grubbing. I was very pleased with this season. I was pleased with the movement speed. Philo's family was just so cold. They were just so cold. And I get it. And I guess another thing, they touched on generational trauma in that, right? Because the grandma, her mom neglected her. So she was just focused on just being worthy. And then once she felt worthy, she had a son, she neglected him. But then realized, damn, I love him. But he died. He had a baby of Philo, and then Philo Alcone. Man, she got her memories back as her parent. But I cried, man. I could tear up right now. Because it was just the build through the whole season. And so much, but so little happened. Like, if you think about it, it all happened in like 2 or 3 areas. The whole season. But it was so much that happened in those conglomerates. It was wild. It was really wild. It was great. Can't wait for season 3. I don't know. I mean, clearly, some things that I'll mention real quick. Clearly, there was a werewolf baby at the end. My thing is this. How can that can't be? I'm confused. Okay, and so I'm just gonna ask these questions because maybe somebody will watch this video and they're like, we got the answer to your questions. Maybe we read the manga or something like that. I can answer your question. There's a wolf guy who could turn turns to an animal. He's hanging out with that woman, dark hair lady that chise and them know. At first, I thought he was like half werewolf too or something. I guess not. He has white hair and all that, whatever. But then at the end, there was a werewolf baby. And clearly that werewolf that chise saved when their babies got taken by Lisa Sargent and all that. But that baby was so little. Because if they did the dirty work when Lily was a child, that baby will be grown by now. Like 5-6 years. So clearly that's not your baby. But clearly... And that's really killing me. I don't remember her name. Wasn't that Bridget or something? I'm going to say Bridget. Clearly Bridget's family, Reichenbeckers, I think that was the other boy, the blonde hair boy, Reichenbeck or something like that. Clearly Bridget's family is up to something. And they're supposed to be doctors, right? Doing all this dirty work. What's going on? But they really built it up to season 3. And was that Lyndall at the end? And he was like, I can't be your ally this time. Like, they really setting it up. I can't wait. I'm going to let that thing stack up again. And I'm going to binge it again. I can't wait. Like I said, this is one of the most trashiest but greatest shows ever. Because it's good at what it does. It was great at what it does. It's the build. And I really don't know why. The reason I say it's trash, let me explain. Because that might take some people off. Like, oh, don't call my favorite show trash. It's not trash. It's just that, like I said, the things that it does bad, it's just a sore thumb. You're just like, I just kneel. Did you have to put that scene in there? Was that animated properly? Like, you gotta be like, that's tough. But love chise, love Alias. Alias is he's so OP. He's just so OP. He's just overpowered. Like that man, he be using 10% of his energy. Like, bro, he's OP. And all the God stuff and, battlefield and all that's confusing me. Zacharoni's motive is confusing me. I'm confused about that. What I'm not confused about is all how the kids and like Zoe with the hairline. I get all that. Love the development, all that. But it's all the extra lore shit. That'd be confusing me. Can't wait for season 3 if it does come. Chapter 3, whatever you want to call it. Ooh.